Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. Got a couple guys here with me today, Paul Green, Dayton Aubrey. Both of these guys are from the Bahamas, so we call them the dynamic duo in our program. But before we get started with any questions and different things we're going to visit about, our team currently sits 22-2. We're ranked number 2 in the state and number 9th in the country. We lost a couple tough games in the last week and a half over at Tallahassee in a great environment by 8, and then over at Northwest Florida by 10. So both teams are quality teams, great teams, very talented, and both were on the road. So we're trying to get our mojo back and get playing the way we were a few weeks ago. But let's start with you, Paul. Tell the fans where you're from, where you grew up, maybe a little bit about your high school career and even your prep school year.
Yes, sir. I'm Paul Green. I'm from Freeport, Grand Bahama. I started high school in the Bahamas, and then I transferred off to Canada. And then from Canada, I ventured off to America in Jacksonville, where I did prep. And then I did 1 year in college in Missouri. Then I came to Chipola.
And what made you come to Chipola, Paul?
The history,
Other than Coach Tyndall, of course.
the history, Dayton, of course, winning program. That's all I could say right now.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have Paul in our program. He's bounced around a little bit, and that happens sometimes with kids from international places that are trying to get to the States and reach your goals and dreams of playing college basketball. So we're glad to have Paul in the program. And Dayton, tell our fans a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Dayton Aubrey. I'm from Nassau, Bahamas. I did pretty much my whole high school in Nassau from grades kindergarten to 11. I transferred over to Kansas where I graduated from Sunrise Christian. And then I did a prep school year, I believe, prep academy in South Carolina, and then I came to Chipola.
Okay. And what made you pick Chipola, Dayton?
Well, of course, Coach Tyndall, and because it was a winning program, and the environment on my visit was good, the energy was good, and I just feel like it was a good fit.
Okay, good. Now, Paul, you're from Freeport.
Yes, sir.
You're from Nassau. How far apart is that from each other?
About 45
45.
minutes.
About 45 minutes. Did you guys play against each other in high school or AAU, anything growing up?
Yes, sir. One time in nationals.
Okay. And who won?
Paul.
Paul won. Anything you want to say about that game that you remember, Paul, about Dayton?
It was a good game. Dayton was going off like it was a game they supposed to win, but shoots like we just overcome. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a good game, though.
Good game. Did you guard him at all?
Yeah, I got it.
Did you lock him down, or did he get 30 on you?
Not really. He's getting buckets.
Well, good. Well, tell me this. You talked a little bit about the environment, the winning program. Now that you've been on campus for almost a year, you almost 2 years, Dayton, give me something that's maybe surprised you about Chipola. Not necessarily basketball, it can be, but give me something that's really surprised you about our campus community or the school itself, Paul.
I'd say like the community, everyone is involved. Like everyone, like they kind to us. Like the students, they look up to us. The teachers, like it's like a sports community.
Yeah. People really do rally around the sports programs here. 4 great programs and 4 great coaches. Well, 3 great coaches. I don't know if I'm the 4th or not, but great programs across the board, and our fans really are fantastic. And you've got to know some of those people, which is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And what about you, Dayton? If there's something that really sticks out to you, doesn't have to be basketball-wise, but something that you really said, wow, I didn't know it'd be like this at Chipola, but boy, it's been great.
I would say, like, coming into college, I thought, teachers wasn't really going to care about, the outcome of the class and stuff. And at Chipola, the teachers really care. Like, even if you're doing bad in the class, they won't just give up on you. Like, they would try day in, day out, email you and tell you this what you need to do. And, actually help you to pass the class. Also, our community is involved with sports too. Like you said, we have a lot of support coming from the community. Honestly, this year was like the biggest crowd I ever seen at Chipola for my 2 years. So, yeah, just them 2 things.
Yeah, well, I think it's neat that you both mentioned the fact that the campus professors, teachers, the administration, they go out of their way to work with you. And they want you to do well, and they want you to be successful and move on to bigger and maybe not better, but bigger things. And I think that's important because so many times, you know, the professors are behind the scenes. They don't get any credit or acknowledgement, but the professors here really are amazing in how good they are and how they work with the athletes. And that goes a long way, and that helps in recruiting too. And then back to the community piece of it. You know, what you talked about, Nate, in the first couple of years, we fought the COVID thing a little bit. And now this year, I think our fans are getting to enjoy the product we've put on the floor. They're coming back, and that's attributed to you guys for your hard play and the success we've had. And it's neat to see those people come back, and now they're bringing some friends or some relatives and their kids, and everyone's getting involved. I think that's a big, big part of what we're trying to do here at Chipola. So that's been great. Tell me this. Tell me the funniest story you know about this guy right here. Since you don't live together, you're not roommates, right?
No.
But you do hang out a lot together. So give me a great funny story on Dayton, Paul.
Great funny story on Dayton.
What, yeah, think about that.
Go ahead. You can't have any bad words. We're on TV. Other than that,
Great funny story on Dayton.
well, we'll let you think about it for a minute. Dayton, you got one on Paul? Well, he's laughing. He must have something. Tough question. All right, well, we'll give these guys a chance to ask me a question. Go ahead, Paul. Ask me a question if you have one there.
All right. Coach, why did you choose coaching?
Well, it's really one thing with me, Paul. The reason I chose coaching is I absolutely love basketball. And I have since I've been in fourth grade. I remember scoring my first basket as a fourth grader on the seventh grade team. And here I am 52 years old, and I remember that basket like it was a month ago. And I just fell in love with the game, and it's all I ever wanted to do. And obviously I was a little bit delusional growing up that I thought I was going to play in the NBA. And that certainly didn't happen. But coaching gave me the opportunity really for two things: to still be around the game that I loved with everything inside me, and then to help guys like you reach your goals and dreams, and maybe the things I didn't get an opportunity to do, I can help push you and move you along to reach those goals and dreams. So I get a lot of enjoyment and a lot of pride out of seeing guys go on and do things that I wasn't good enough to do as a player. And it keeps me around the game. And I tell people this all the time: this is a coaching profession. This is a job that keeps you young, because I'm around 18, 20-year-olds every day. But it makes you old because you're stressed every single day about something. So, but I would not change what I've done. I absolutely love coaching basketball and being around the game, and I don't think that'll ever change. What about you, Dayton? You got any questions for me?
Yes, sir. So, if basketball was to go on strike for a year, what would you do?
Cool. Basketball on strike for a year. Boy, that's a tough one. Now, if I had enough money, I'd just go to the beach and fish and hang out and eat bad and watch football. So that'd be my first choice. Now, if I had to go do something else, that's a good question. I think it's still coaching, but I tell you something I might enjoy would be like a strength and conditioning coach, to go with a football team or a basketball team and be in the weight room with guys. I'd still get the coaching part out of my system, if you will, and it'd still keep me around athletics, but no basketball, man. I hope that doesn't happen. All right, now, did you think of a funny story about Dayton yet or not?
No, we still coming back.
Okay, how about you with Paul? Nothing? All right, well, let's do this. What's your goals for the rest of this season, both individually and as a team, Paul Green?
Individually, I'd say graduate, move on to a four-year school, finish strong. And as a team, I'd say win it all, do great things, leave with a mark, do the little things, try and compete.
Yeah. Well, we use that word a lot in our program, compete. And Paul's a competitive kid. He's going to graduate. He's a good student. He'll have some Division I opportunities after this season. And the thing I like about Paul is he sacrifices a large part of his game and things that maybe he did last year at Three Rivers. He's not getting to do quite as much here, but it doesn't bother him. He doesn't get caught up in that. He's a guy that's a good defender. He's a good rebounder, and he's all about the team. So if we can reach some of those goals as a team, Paul, I'm pretty certain you're going to reach some of your goals individually for sure. And what about you, Dayton?
My goal is in 5 years, you say?
No, I want to know what your goals are right now to end the season individually and then as a team.
So individually, I want to graduate college. First of all, with good health. Become a better person, become a better communicator. Collectively as a team, I want to, win the state, win the conference, win the national title. And like Paul said, leave a good impression on my name, leaving Chipola.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. All right, well, you brought it up. So what about in 5 years? What do you want to be doing in 5 years?
Hopefully have a family.
Wow, 5 years, a family?
Yeah,
All right.
family.
You're gonna move quick,
Yeah,
huh?
coach, yeah, coach. Oh, like maybe 25, that's a good time.
Yeah, all right, go
So,
ahead.
have a family. Have my college degree ready so I could get a job that I want, a job that I like. Hopefully still be playing basketball at somewhere at a professional league, professional level.
Yeah.
And have enough money to retire both of my parents, even if it don't come from sports. If it comes from my job. That's just my main goal in life, to retire my parents.
Just be able to help your family. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool, man. That's
sir.
pretty cool. How about you, PG?
Yeah, like Dayton say, basketball, hopefully to still play basketball, but like, if that don't work, engineering, retire my parents, have a good like house, car, family, who knows,
Just living large in the
yeah,
Bahamas,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
for sure.
basically.
And hopefully I can come after this video and say like in 5 years I did accomplish those goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff. And let me tell you, to all our fans out here, these two guys have been model citizens in our program. They represent our university. They're great ambassadors for not just the men's basketball team, but all of Chipola College. And they've been a great addition. Paul this year, Dayton for 2 years. And like they said, hopefully we can finish this thing strong and end it the way everyone wants to end it. But we're very proud to have these two guys in our program. We've got a couple big games coming up here over the next week. We've got Tallahassee at home and then Northwest Florida at home here in the next couple weeks. So we hope if you haven't had a chance to see these guys play, come out and join us. I think you'll enjoy the product that we put on the floor, and we appreciate your support. Go Indians.